Hey, it is Tara, and I've got a special guest in the studio with me. Frank Salisbury is here from NSU. Hi, how are you?
How are you doing, Tara? I'm excellent.
I'm doing great, and I always love getting a chance to talk with you because you're one of those people who knows so much more than I do about everything technical, everything computers, everything cybersecurity, and yet you manage to dumb it down enough so that I can have a conversation with you. I enjoy that.
That's what we specialize in. Thank you.
We were just talking a few minutes ago about an incident that happened in the city of Atlanta where someone must have opened an email or something to that effect. And the city of Atlanta was infected with, what was it called? Ransomware?
It's a type of ransomware, yeah, a malware.
And so for anybody who doesn't know what malware or ransomware is, this is essentially when somebody kind of gains control or access to your information.
Yes.
And then you got to basically either pay them off or hire somebody to come in and clean it all up, right?
Exactly. Basically what the hackers are doing using ransomware, which has actually been around for years, but recently had a pretty severe reinsurgence of our networks. But basically what it does is it encrypts or scrambles all of your data so that you can't access it without paying for the encryption key to be sent to you. And, the city of Atlanta chose not to pay the $52,000 approximately that was requested. So they ended up spending $2.6 million to clean all that up and restore the systems. And, and it all originated from a single click or a single breach. And that's kind of where we specialize, is we teach small businesses in a short training of an hour and a half. We teach their staff how to avoid being a victim of this and clicking on the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Small businesses especially, I think, are probably under attack because I suppose that hackers probably know that, for instance, I don't have that many employees here at Cromwell Radio in Decatur, and I don't necessarily the first thing on my mind every day is not cybersecurity. It's not, are all of my employees, taking every precaution and using, unique passwords and complicated passwords to make sure that all of our stuff is protected. And I'm sure the hackers know that small business owners are busy people. They don't necessarily have the time to be worrying about it. But you're saying you can teach them in an hour and a half how to avoid some of these things? Yeah.
So, we like to look at it as a digital well-being. You look at your how you eat and, and how you exercise. We look at this as a digital well-being. It's an exercise to be trained on what a cyber breach looks like, what those potential emails look like. And we can do this in a short hour and a half, for a group of staff members up to about 100. And one of the things we do that's kind of unique is, of course, passwords. Passwords are important, and complex passwords are very important. But as we know, we have so many different sites we have to have passwords for. So during this training, we teach a 4-step process to create a complex password that's different for every website you go to, and you will never forget them.
It's awesome. I mean, because I know I am not alone in the fact that I struggle with different websites require different characters in capital and lowercase and this and that and the other. And I am not alone in the fact that I actually have a place where I store all of my passwords. And I'm sure you're just, dying inside when you think about the fact that, if somebody got a hold of my iPhone, they might know all of my passwords.
They do now. So yes, that is a common problem, which, like I said, once again, we look at the whole picture of digital well-being. And the fact that we can teach people, ways around that. And then we can also show them, how they can identify a potential cyber breach, which, cyber breaches come from email, letters, phone calls. It can come from any source to start out with. So we keep it, so that any individual, a secretary, a CFO, anyone can understand and become educated as to what one looks like, and could potentially save a small business $100,000 on a breach.
Yeah, because you think about that. If that small business owner is running on a thin margin, and many of our small business owners are, to have $100,000 breach that could just take you out for the year. I mean, that could really, really damage your business. And so I think people should give you a call. Let's tell them where they can reach you, or, where they can find out more online.
Absolutely. The easiest way to reach us is, of course, to call 428-6449. And that could get you set up for a free consultation for us to come in and take a look at what your needs, what level of employees you have as far as digital well-being, and then tailor that training towards your actual needs. So.
Okay. Fantastic. And, cybersecurity, like I said, not something we want to think about or talk about every day, but it's something that could end up costing us big in the long run. So highly recommend you call Frank. He is the expert. As a matter of fact, we're lucky because you're right here in Decatur, making it very convenient for local small businesses for you to go and give them a, free consultation and whatnot, and then to do the hour-and-a-half training with their employees. But you actually travel all over the country doing this.
Yeah, I do, actually. I just got back from Missouri. I did a large event down in Missouri. But I've been in multiple states doing this. We're contracted out often. It's a unique training in the fact that most technology companies are not providing this level of training. They're looking at the back end and trying to fix it, trying to keep the clients safe through the back end. We came up front and actually started talking to the employees.
Which is great, too, because you use plain English. You don't use complicated, what we call geek speak. It's everyday terms that people are going to understand, they're going to comprehend, and they're going to be better off for it as business owners. So call NSU, and let's give the phone number one more time.
Yes, that's 428-6449.
All right, Frank, thanks for coming in today. I appreciate it.